Margaret Kuhlman here of Soul Astrology. The new moon in Virgo, it's opposite Saturn, so there's pretty much bound to be some anxiety hanging about, and maybe the anxiety will provoke the best work from the Virgo, paying attention to the little bits and pieces we'd been forgetting about during the Leo phase of enjoying ourselves, hopefully. Both ends of that opposition are square to Jupiter in Gemini, so possibly more spoken about the things that need doing rather than actually getting on with them. All the good ideas about what the next few months might bring. But the background anxiety that until we know what the future holds, it's difficult to organise ourselves. It's very much like packing the bags, making sure you're not carrying more stuff than you're going to need, paring things down, going through the cupboards and actually passing on those things that you haven't used for years. It's as though we're getting ready for a change and being prepared to look closely within our own space to see what needs letting go so that we can be more efficient in any circumstances. And yet for all that, my eyes keep being drawn to Venus on the South Node, Libra. Venus, our relationships. Libra, finding the harmony, the peace, the gentleness, the oil on troubled waters, the diplomacy. There's a lot of love in the air. And the South Node, although one might feel one should be leaving that behind, in fact, we are supposed to be using it, just using it for the purposes of the North Node. So this is all those lovely qualities of Libra, expressed lovingly for the sake of accepting each other as individuals. This time, perhaps it is easier to look at others and accept them as they are, once we have felt good about how we are. Once we've sorted out our own boundaries, it's easier to connect with other people without encroaching. And so the Aries suggests action. Mars being actually still in Gemini in this chart, although at the very end, about to go into Cancer. Square to Neptune, the talking about the changes. It's coming to an end, and we still don't know what to do. With the movement of Mars into Cancer, what we need to do is take care of ourselves and each other, those who are close, the community, the family. I'm looking at that quincunx from the Mars to Pluto, and I feel that quincunxes are a solution to squared positions. So the solution of not knowing what the future holds, the square to Neptune, maybe having a lot of ideas and most of them wrong, is in that connection to Pluto. Well, we know it's meltdown, so find what feels most important, what you value most, and just hold that as a banner as you go forward. Let's go for the best in humanity. Let's develop the Aquarian ideals, even if we're not sure what they are just yet. The love from Libra gives us our strongest indication of direction. Find the love, bring in the light, and the direction will clarify as we go forward. By the full moon chart, the letting go to embrace a new forward movement is really underway. The Sun trining Pluto and Uranus opposite the Moon, who's joined Neptune. A strong sense of humanity as one, the world as one, all existence as one. Absolutely inclusive. And the love, Venus in Libra, is trining Jupiter. Powerful, radiant, accepted, assumed. Jupiter sextiling Chiron, who opposes Venus. With Jupiter being still in Gemini, it's as though the words we choose to speak will heal the wounds. The feeling that we stand alone, that there is no help. It's like speak, communicate, ask. Jupiter squares tend to indicate vacillation, going a bit too far one way so that we have to correct up rather far the other way. Finding the middle ground being a matter of oscillating across it. So there's likely to be too much said on some occasions, and then the reeling in of what was expressed, saying exactly how you feel, and then wondering if you haven't upset somebody, and maybe saying things that you didn't really mean, and then finding yourself compromised. It's a strong suggestion that we think before we speak. Consider what we actually mean and back what we value. Jupiter trining the Venus. The values that anybody would accept. With Mercury opposite Saturn, the anxieties get spoken. And this whole month has Pluto back for its last little trawl through Capricorn to reveal any last pieces so that we really know what's there. It's this month, next month, and then a little more, and it's done. And as it takes 248 years to go right round, we won't be seeing it in Capricorn again. So let the ground be well dug over, taking care not to be hooked back into the way we felt in the past. This is about knowing what's there, not feeling it all again, and only bringing forward what we truly value. Mars will be going through Cancer, so the energy of caring, emotional energy, the emotions running however the sea runs, to and fro, up and down the beach, waves on the sea, maybe the odd storm at sea, the emotions of humanity rising, and our own individually. In November, and for 2 months, November, December, Mars will be in Leo, perhaps a lighter energy, more enjoyment, but when we get to January, he's going back into Cancer again until mid-May. There's a lot of time there for family values to assert themselves, family not being just those we're born to, but those we are drawn to. It could be families gathering from past lives, people you feel you've known before. The caring side of community, not just the expedient, efficient side, but emotional caring. It looks as though the second half of this month will have a lot going on. Until things happen, we really don't know what they're going to be or the effect they will have. So the important places in this chart for me are the Moon on Neptune and Venus trining Jupiter. It's the light and the love. And the Virgo of this whole month is a sense of knowing our own individual space, being self-contained, with love as the value that moves us forward, and light showing the direction. Let us hold to the light and love each other. Thank you. We are blessed. Help us. We thought you'd never ask. Dear humanity, how you do think you're on your own, and your strength so puny, your vision so short. Just ask for help when life overwhelms you. Stop trying to manage transformation. Retreat towards your inner self. Take care of the inner child, so you may stand tall in the cosmos and be love.